Let's talk about Peter Pan and the Lost Boys of Never Neverland and how this particular story or character arc plays into what I have been teaching on this channel. So, most of my message centers around the birth of the man child as depicted in Revelations 12 via the woman clothed with the sun with the crown of 12 stars upon her head and the moon at her feet. And as I explained in previous videos, this woman is going to be the one to bring about the shutdown of the moon machine based on bringing a new soul into the realm, overwhelming the system, and shutting down the moon as depicted in Revelation 6:12. I have plenty of videos discussing this on my channel. However, I think it's important to talk a little bit more about why all of this orchestration and why I have a need to decode all of this information in terms of the scripting or the matrix script as done through Freemasonry and these various codes that I have been unpacking. When you talk about Peter Pan and the Lost Boys, you're talking about a group of individuals who, a long time ago, looked into a portal of sorts. You can call it a looking glass, basically looking into the future, seeing that when they looked into this particular glass, they felt okay, or they saw their destruction, they saw the end of their being, and they figured that they had no place left. So they figured, hey, we might as well make this a playground for ourselves and never grow up. What you're dealing with is with a group of people who want to perpetually remain in Never Neverland. They never want to grow up. And with the birth of the man child, what this signals is the completion and the perfection of the male telos, which means that because his parents are both Christ and they are of a certain bloodline lineage, okay, genetically, they are going to use the process of speciation, which is breeding within their own bloodline and tribal identity as depicted by the Wallace effect in order to birth a new form of the male species, meaning that his Y chromosome, which is unsupported in most of the existing males on this planet, will be reinforced. And by bringing this new version of the male into the world, he's not only going to reset, but he's going to start a new earth that's going to include the perfected man. So the woman of Revelation 12 is going to be rescued by her counterpart, which is one of the two witnesses as depicted in Revelation 11. This is a divine masculine and feminine pair. They're going to give birth to this child, and he's going to be the completion or the perfection of the Adam when he first started his story in the Garden of Eden, okay? And him going on his journey to learn about masculinity, what it is, what it's not, to learn about love, to experience the highs and lows of everything there is to experience in this earth realm, which was created by the divine feminine for him to do so. So we're coming to the end of a cycle where the birth of this child is going to be the completion of the male, okay? And it's going to be his full circle moment and the entire reason why we are here in the first place. Now, when you talk about Peter Pan and the Lost Boys, you're talking about a group of people and specific bloodlines, okay, who never want to change, they never want to grow up. They looked through the looking glass, they saw that they had no future after this reset. So they determined that, hey, we don't have a say in this, we're not chosen. They developed different types of ideologies around it, such as predestination and, oh, these people are the chosen ones. So their secrets involve creating a secret society that caters to the lowest forms of Neverland activities, okay? And you can just wrap your head around that, but I will say that it goes against everything that the divine feminine represents. And as I teach on this channel, the commandments or the analog body, the light body, and you being able to stay out of a negative deficit in terms of respecting the rules of the analog body by doing unto others as you would have them do unto you, loving your creator with all your heart, soul, and mind, and loving your neighbor as yourself, including loving yourself, okay? That's what this is about. In these group of boys that never want to grow up, okay? They don't desire to have a perfected male come into the realm because A, it means the end of their speciation. It also means the end of their reign of terror. There will no longer be this group or band of boys that are lost perpetually and that don't care to grow up. And this is the reason why it is so important for this man child to be born. I hope you enjoyed this message, and per usual, please like, share, and subscribe, and put a comment down in the comments just to let me know what you think of this content overall. Thank you for watching. Keep shining bright. Peace, love, and light.